Has it happened to you that you clean your kitchen and after a short time, it is already messy again? Dishes piled up, crumbs on the counter, grease on the stove. It seems like keeping it clean is a never-ending task. But what if I told you that there are simple strategies to keep it impeccable without extra effort? Today, I will show you how to achieve it. The kitchen is one of the spaces that gets dirty the fastest in the house. Used several times a day, food debris accumulates, grease sticks to surfaces, and mess seems inevitable. And the worst part is, when chaos takes over the kitchen, cooking becomes stressful and cleaning seems like an overwhelming task. But the key to keeping the kitchen clean is not in spending hours cleaning, but in applying small habits and tricks that prevent dirt and mess from accumulating. With the right system, you can keep your kitchen organized and ready to use at all times without taking up too much of your time. Today, I will share with you 5 effective strategies to effortlessly keep your kitchen spotless and clutter-free. Stay until the end, because the last strategy will keep your kitchen clean without you having to do a deep clean every week. Ready to transform your kitchen into an organized and functional space? Let's go there. Keeping your kitchen clean and tidy doesn't mean you have to spend hours scrubbing and organizing every day. The real secret is applying smart strategies that help you reduce clutter and prevent dirt from accumulating. Today, I'm going to share with you 5 simple but effective tricks that will allow you to keep your kitchen always ready to use without extra effort. You'll learn how to clean while you cook, how to prevent grease and food debris from sticking to surfaces, and how to organize utensils efficiently so the kitchen doesn't get messy again so quickly. And stay until the end, because the last strategy will make cleaning your kitchen much easier and faster without you barely noticing it. Now let's start with the first strategy to keep your kitchen impeccable with less effort. One of the biggest mistakes we make when cooking is leaving cleaning for later. We cut ingredients, use various utensils, dirty the stove, and before we know it, the kitchen looks like a mess. When we finish eating, the idea of cleaning everything becomes overwhelming, and many times we leave the mess for later, accumulating even more dirt. But here's the trick that chefs and people use to always keep their kitchens tidy. Clean while cooking. Instead of waiting until the end, do small cleaning tasks as you go along with food preparation. For example, if you cut vegetables, immediately collect the peels and debris and throw them in the trash or compost. If you finish using a knife or cutting board, rinse it right away instead of leaving it in the sink. While the food is on the stove or in the oven, take advantage of those minutes to clean the counter, wash some dishes, or put away ingredients. Another very useful trick is have a container or garbage bag nearby while cooking. This way, instead of leaving food scraps and packaging on the counter, you can throw them away immediately, preventing them from accumulating and making more mess than necessary. If you follow this method, when you're done cooking, you'll only have a few dishes or utensils left to wash, instead of a completely messy kitchen. Cleaning will be much faster, and you won't feel like you have a mountain of things to do after each meal. Now get ready, because the following strategy will teach you how to prevent grease and grime from building up on kitchen surfaces, reducing the need for frequent deep cleanings. Strategy 2. Prevent grease and grime from accumulating in the kitchen. One of the biggest problems in the kitchen is the accumulation of grease and dirt on surfaces. If you don't clean right away, grease sticks to the stove, furniture, and appliances, becoming harder to remove over time. And the worst thing is that when this happens, you need more aggressive products and more time to leave everything impeccable. But here's the trick. Don't let grease build up, and your kitchen will stay clean effortlessly. And there are 2 key strategies to achieve this. The first is use a mixture of vinegar and water after each cooking. You don't need to do a deep cleaning every day, but if you wipe the surfaces with a cloth with this mixture, after each use of the stove, you will prevent grease from adhering and becoming difficult to remove. You just need to mix 1 part white vinegar with 1 part water in a spray bottle and spray it on the stove, countertop, and tiles near the cooking area. Then wipe it with a microfiber cloth and you're done. In less than a minute, the grease disappears and you avoid complicated cleaning later. The second trick is use lids or covers when cooking greasy foods. When you fry something, the oil splashes end up dirtying the entire kitchen. To prevent this, use a mesh lid or cover the pan with a protective rack. This will significantly reduce the amount of grease that ends up on the stove and surrounding areas. Another habit that makes a big difference is clean the sink and counter every night before bed. If you leave crumbs, food scraps, or grease accumulated in the kitchen, they will dry out the next day and be more difficult to clean. Instead, if you take just a couple of minutes to clean these surfaces at the end of the day, every morning you will find a kitchen that is clean and ready to use with no extra effort. By following these tricks, you will notice that the dirt in your kitchen is drastically reduced and that cleaning becomes much easier. Now get ready, because in the following strategy, I will teach you how to organize the utensils and spaces in your kitchen so that everything is in its place and clutter is never a problem again. Strategy 4. Keep the refrigerator clean and tidy so food lasts longer. Keeping the refrigerator clean and organized is key to avoiding food waste, bad odors, and dirt accumulation. Many times, without realizing it, we leave open containers, forgotten products at the bottom, and spills that over time generate bacteria and make cleaning more difficult. But here's the trick. If you organize your refrigerator correctly and follow a maintenance system, not only will it look cleaner, but it will also be easier to find what you need and prolong the freshness of food. The first step is to distribute food in the appropriate areas. Not all areas of the refrigerator have the same temperature, so it is important to place each product in the correct place. Dairy products, such as milk and yogurt, should go in the middle, where the temperature is most stable. Meats and fish should be stored in the coldest area, which is usually the bottom, inside a container or on a tray, to prevent liquids from leaking and contaminating other foods. Fruits and vegetables should be stored in the specific drawers for them, but separate, since some fruits release gases that accelerate the decomposition of vegetables. And something important, the refrigerator door is the least cold area, so avoid storing eggs and milk there, since the constant opening and closing causes their temperature to vary and they can spoil more quickly. The next step is to use containers and labels. Many times we store leftover food in open containers or on plates covered with plastic film, which causes odors to mix and food to be forgotten at the bottom of the refrigerator. Using clear, airtight containers will allow you to immediately see what you have and prevent the food from being contaminated by other odors. Additionally, labeling the containers with the date you saved them will help you consume them before they go bad. To avoid bad odors, place a container of baking soda in the back of the refrigerator. Baking soda will absorb strong odors and maintain a fresh environment inside the refrigerator. Change it every month to maintain its effectiveness. You can also place lemon slices or a cotton ball with vanilla essence to give a more pleasant aroma. Lastly, do a quick clean of the refrigerator once a week. You don't need to empty it completely, but do check for expired products or spilled food remains. Wipe the shelves and drawers with a damp cloth with white vinegar to disinfect naturally and without harsh chemicals. If you apply these habits, your refrigerator will stay cleaner longer. You will reduce food waste and prevent the buildup of odors and bacteria without extra effort. Strategy 5. Apply a daily maintenance routine to avoid heavy cleaning. One of the most common mistakes when cleaning the kitchen is letting clutter and dirt accumulate until a deep clean is necessary. Dirty dishes in the sink, leftover food on the stove, crumbs on the table, sticky countertops. All this means that when you finally decide to clean, the task becomes exhausting and takes much more time than necessary. But here's the kicker. If you follow a daily maintenance routine, you'll never have to deal with a kitchen in complete chaos again. And the best of all is that you only need to dedicate a few minutes each day to achieve it. The first step is to make sure you never leave dirty dishes in the sink overnight. It may seem like a small thing, but when dishes pile up, the grease hardens and washing them the next day becomes much more difficult. If after each meal you get into the habit of washing the dishes, or at least putting them in the dishwasher immediately, you will avoid mountains of dirty dishes and the kitchen will look clean at all times. The second step is to do a quick clean of the surfaces after each use. You don't need to deep clean every day, but you can wipe the stove, countertops, and table with a cloth, with vinegar, or a natural cleaner after each meal. This will prevent the buildup of grease and food debris, reducing the need for heavy cleaning later. Another essential part of the daily routine is emptying the trash and keeping the sink area clean. Many times, bad odors in the kitchen come from food, remains in the trash can, or waste accumulated in the sink. If you get into the habit of throwing out the trash before it is completely full and cleaning the sink with baking soda and lemon once a week, you will avoid unpleasant odors and the kitchen will feel fresher for longer. And the last, but not least trick, is to take 5 minutes at the end of the day to check the kitchen. Before you go to sleep, take a quick look and put away anything that's out of place. Organize the utensils, clean the table, and make sure everything is in its place. This will mean that every morning you start the day in a clean and orderly space without the feeling that you have to clean before you can use the kitchen. When you apply a daily maintenance routine, your kitchen stays in order without extra effort. You will no longer have to do deep cleaning every week or feel like clutter is taking over your home. Just a few minutes a day will make a big difference. Now that you know these 5 strategies, get ready, because in the conclusion, I will tell you how to easily apply them in your daily routine to keep your kitchen impeccable without additional stress or effort. Now you know that keeping your kitchen clean and tidy doesn't have to be an exhausting task. With these 5 tricks, you can avoid clutter, reduce dirt buildup, and make cleanup faster and easier. It's not about spending hours cleaning, but about applying small daily habits that will make your kitchen always ready to use. Think about how easy it will be to cook when everything is in its place, with no accumulated grease, no dishes in the sink, and an organized refrigerator. By following these strategies, you will forget about heavy cleaning and enjoy a functional and welcoming space every day. Now tell me, which of these strategies are you going to start applying today? Write it in the comments. I want to know which of these tricks you need most urgently in your kitchen. And if you want more tips like these, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Here you will always find the best strategies to make your life easier, organized, and without extra effort. See you in the next video.